Leandre got te juice.
Yo, what's good? Yeah, we're finally back. Let's get this thing started the right way. Roll Tide.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. And each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. If you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Let's go. I made it from the gym, y'all. I made it back from the gym, y'all. Let's get into it today, man. Let's get into it. I'm ready to get into the show today. I'm not even gonna lie, y'all. I'm excited to be here. I am so excited to be here with y'all today. Listen, Iron Bowl, we've accomplished one of the steps, one of the goals of the season. Gotta have a winning season, right? And you got to win. You got to beat Auburn. Got to win the Iron Bowl. Kalen DeBoer, regular season. We're going to talk about today. But we're going to dive into all of college football, all the sports this past weekend. Man, we had a crazy weekend in college football. Did we not, man? I'm excited to jump into it today. I just left the gym. Y'all know my energy right now, and I'm up. So y'all got to be interacting and participating with me today, man. My workout was crazy. Y'all see me burnt out on my last set. Good workouts. Back in the gym. We're going harder this week. So just like we're going hard in the workouts, we're going to go hard on the show, man. I want to step into today's show first, though. Just welcoming everybody in. Thank y'all for showing up this morning. Zach coming in, showing love. Kimberly, what's up? Derek, good morning. Mary J, good morning. Carla, how you feeling? Novesh, how you doing, my guy? Greg is in the building. Nay, Jason in the building. What's up, Kareem? What's good, family? How you feeling? Dad, my boy Carla, my sister CMB. Yeah, the voice. Man, I'm telling y'all, we getting this thing back on the ground running, y'all. We moving. Dad, my boy. Kimberly says she checking in at work. That's what's up, Kimberly. Tuned in as always. Kimberly gonna be here all the time. Pastor B, what's good over there checking in on Facebook? Appreciate the like over there, Rico and Pastor B. And my mom, Valencia, Auntie, Mama. Everybody, Auntie and Mama is in the chat. Mama, I love you, girl. Thank you for the reaction over there on Facebook. What's up, Khalil? How you feeling this morning? Latoya, how you feeling this morning? Y'all, listen, I got nothing but good spirits today. What's up, Jay Penny? What's good? I got nothing but good spirits today. Kalen DeBoer is undefeated in the Iron Bowl right now. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me open my water and get a little sip. Yeah. So diving into the show today, and my boy Brett Sully popping off with the $4.99 super chat, becoming the first co-sponsor on today's stream. And y'all want to be seen on Twitter today? Make sure you at me while we're live on the show. Let me get my phones out so I can see the notifications. Make sure you at me. Have an opportunity to have your comments featured on the stream. Let me unplug that mic so it don't die. Still got myself plugged up like I'm on the But yeah, if you want to be seen on Twitter, at me while we're live on the show. And I'll try to acknowledge one of your Twitter comments. Or if you want to be acknowledged as a co-sponsor on today's stream, all green super chats and higher, meaning $4.99 like my boy Brett did, will get you acknowledged. Plus any direct donations, PayPal, Cashapp, Venmo, those links can be provided in the chat. All you have to do is ! Whichever method you want to donate. And then also, five gifted memberships will get you acknowledged as a co-sponsor on today's stream. Thank you, Brett Sully, my guy. Ayo Sully coming in with the $4.99 super chat, becoming the first co-sponsor on today's stream, y'all. I'm just trying to settle in, y'all see me rushing from the gym, man. I got caught up in the gym. I missed it. I missed it, like being in the gym. Last week we had moderate at home workouts. This week I'm back in the gym. Feels good, man. Roll Tide, everybody in the chat. Dougie Fresh checking in. My guy Derek Wizzleman coming in, checking in. My guy Kareem Hood jumping on the co-sponsor banner. Y'all gonna start that again? I mean, listen, we got a lot to talk about today, y'all. I plan to be on this live here for a good 2 hours. We got some appointments to get to today. Your boy trying to get the health all the way back to 100%. My boy Kareem Hood coming in with the $5 super chat, saying we in here, Smook. Appreciate the $5 super chat. We got 2 super co-sponsors on today's stream already, man. Appreciate y'all. And don't forget, we're trying to hit our target of 3 co-sponsors per stream, and we're also trying to hit our 50 like goal on every live stream that we have. So as you come in, make sure you drop that likes, you subscribe to the channel if you're not a subscriber, and share the content. Let everybody know that the livest sports talk call-in show is here on YouTube, here at the Coach Smook Network. And we're jumping into it today, man. I am excited, man. Where do we start? All weekend, we just had great matchups. Here goes the schedule for today. Let me pull the schedule up at the bottom. We're kind of behind time. Like I said, we got behind a little bit leaving the gym. But let's start, man. Let's talk some NBA talk, man. If you have not been paying attention to the NBA, you're missing out on some good basketball. Right now they're in the Emirates Cup play-in tournament, right? And these games are intense, man. They're intense. So let's do some pro roundup. Let's do some pro ball roundup here on the Coach Smook Network. And this is just our way to let everybody come in and kind of just digest the weekend. So let's do the pro ball roundup. Let's jump into NBA. I'm gonna pull up the ESPN scoreboard and we're gonna look at yesterday's scores, man. I'm telling y'all, the Celtics and the Cavaliers game was intense, man. It was so intense. I got to catch the third and fourth quarter. Looking at the highlights, man, the Cavaliers are legit. Y'all got to understand, this team is winning at home. They're hard to beat at home. And they're experiencing some injuries, too. So Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers looking like a playoff team early in this season, looking like they're going to get that automatic bid into the playoffs. So this is the part of the season where you get to start. If you secure this spot, you get to start playing younger guys or inexperienced guys or, your backups, role players more during the season and getting them ready for postseason play. So Cavaliers are poising themselves to do that. Celtics still trying to put it together, man. They're starting to look like they're just taking form. But great game last night. I don't know if y'all seen it, but Jason Tatum is really developing into a dog, man. I'm telling y'all, any of my NBA fans out there know what I'm talking about. If you've been watching NBA, Jason Tatum is starting to turn the corner. It's always, and we've seen this for all my lifelong NBA fans that's been watching the game for more than 2 days. You've seen this, man. It comes to a point where guys just start turning the corner, and Jason Tatum is one of those guys, man. He's turning the corner, and Jaylen Brown is becoming that perfect wing, man. I hope he doesn't get the attitude that he needs to be the guy, though. My guy said, let's go Knicks. Let's go Knicks. Go Hawks. Man, the Hawks play good the other day. The last game I seen, they play good. Like I said, I be trying to catch all the games now, man. I just been diving into. You saw the Knicks again. We got Knicks in here. Where my Knicks fans at? My guy Will Season said, let's go Knicks. You know what? I've been on the Knicks since last season. As far as this new age of basketball, I've been on the Knicks for a minute, man. And I think they can actually push in the East, man. I think they're going to really push in the East. Last year, they just were so young, man. You saw the youth show its head, during the big games. So, but they keep developing this young talent. They got a good mixture of like young veteran talent, if that makes sense. Y'all know, like the fourth, fifth year guys, when you start really figuring it out, they're still young, still under 28, but they're in a veteran state of mind with their young body. That's what I mean, young veteran status. But let me get to the Knicks. Them picking up where my boy at, man. Once he gets healthy, once my guy Cameron Payne gets fully healthy, that's going to be another solid rotational player. People have been sleeping on Payne for a minute. Been sleeping on Payne for a minute. Where's your boy? Used to play with the Lakers. Randall. Where's Ruben Randall? Is he still with the Knicks? Is he injured right now? Mikal Bridges popping off last night. 31 points, man. Good game. Knicks over the Pelicans. Pelicans don't look like that Pelicans team that was surging last year, starting to come together and mesh and look like one of those teams that would be able to build in-house. You have those teams. I hate that for, the league now. Even for college football, y'all know that you can't really build in-house no more because of portal, because of NIL. It was some organizations in the league that was able to do that, like San Antonio. Not as attractive spots for free agency, but they will build in-house. You don't have too many organizations like that now. Everybody's kind of going and getting big threes and building around them, or, Raptors over the Heat. The Raptors are they're that team that you can never figure out what they're doing at the beginning of the season, and all of a sudden they're the number one seed going into the playoffs. Rockets looking good again. They get up and down the court fast. They're becoming one of those, they'll spread you out and move the ball, have you chasing the ball type of offenses, and on defense they get real scrappy. Julius in Minnesota, okay. Julius Randle, he's in Minnesota, okay. With the Timberwolves, when did that happen? I must have missed that. But we got the Mavericks over the Blazers. I saw a little bit of Luka last night. When they put it together, that's going to be a dangerous team. Too many scores that could create their own shot on that team for the Dallas Mavericks. And they're not selfish scores like create. They don't selfishly look for shots. They really move the ball. Kyrie if you let Kyrie be a little bit more selfish, I think that team will be a lot more potent on offense. The Spurs, man, they're a boring team to watch. I turned that game for like 10 seconds and turned it off. And then again, the Clippers and the Nuggets, man, I don't like any team that James Harden played on. I don't like watching them. I'm just being straight up. I can't stand watching James Harden. All that flopping. He been in the league for 10 years now, 10 plus. Flopping is done, man. It's too much energy to be flopping. All right, y'all, let's go to the NFL, y'all. I got to watch the 49ers Bills last night. And y'all see me at the at Hooters, man, at the bar. It was a good time. Look, very entertaining waitresses. I'm gonna say that. I will say that. The Hooters in Prattville. Shout out to Hooters in Prattville, man. If anybody from Hooters in Prattville is watching, I got a few subscribers from them last night. Hey, appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. If you are tuning in right now, we met last night, please check in. It was fun. I think I might have found me a little game day crew for the off season. You know, while the NFL finishing up and basketball, I'm gonna find a little crew. We're gonna turn that into some content. Well, yeah, man. Them Bills, man. Them Bills. I can't lie. I was pulling for them last night because I don't like the way the 49ers are doing. My boy Debo. Brock Purdy's hurt. You know, I called for the Bills to win. I knew that Snow was going to have them jokers on a different type of mindset. But looking at the stats, man, Purdy he just don't look like Purdy, do he? He don't look like Purdy. He still look hurt. Do he still look hurt to me? I mean, to y'all? Do he still look hurt to y'all? He look hurt to me. So he don't look like Purdy. That Snow, you know, neither quarterback threw over 20 times. I'm looking at the stats now. Neither quarterback threw over 20 times. But you could tell that Buffalo they just built for that weather, man. It's different. That Snow, I couldn't imagine. I'm looking at some of the highlights now, man. I couldn't imagine trying to go beat up on somebody in the snow, man. Yeah. I seen the highlights from Mac Jones. You know what? I don't know why people get surprised when backups come in and have a game, because in the NFL, you really can't prepare for a backup, man. You really can't prepare for a backup in the NFL. And you got to think most backups were starters in college, or they've been backups, veterans for years in the league, you know, former starters at other organizations. So they don't come in with some type of surge unless you know, I mean, look, Fitzpatrick made a career off of it, y'all. Simple as that. More scores in the NFL. Let's look at this screen, man. Let's just scroll down. Do a score. And y'all know tonight, Broncos and Browns. Well, who we got with the Broncos and the Browns? I'm purposely picking the Broncos, and y'all know why. I strongly dislike the state of Ohio this year. I'm just saying. And no disrespect to my buddy that I met last night at the bar, because he was an Ohio State fan, but he was definitely not one of those Ohio State fans, if you know what I mean. Oh, man. I can't play. I hate it in the cold. Amari Cooper, yeah, I know he on the Bills. Man, we was watching him. We was cheering for him last night. Hey, you know what I said, man? I said it last night when we were chilling. I told y'all, if Bryce Young, if they had taken their time and invested in getting him an O-line, at least one actual receiver that could be a real threat, that would have been a different career progression for him. But to go and put that much weight on his shoulders in the first season, and then to turn around and not back it up, it's like, it's a tough spot to be in. But that's a young man that's going to weather the storm. Especially if they mess around and trade him. I feel sorry for the Panthers if they trade Bryce right now. If I was you, I'll pull back, let him get his space to grow a little bit. But definitely keep him around and continue to build around him while you got him on that rookie contract. All right, let's pull this screen up, y'all. We got Dolphins and Packers. Y'all seen that, man? Two in that Dolphins team. They are so entertaining to watch when they're clicking, but when they're not, that's a horrible team to watch, man. That's a horrible team to watch when they're not clicking. The Raiders and Chiefs continue to just get by. They just find ways to win. That's what makes them a good team. You see them still undefeated at home. 11-1 overall. My Falcons keep fed, man. I freaking rise up. Whatever. The Steelers pulled off against old Joe B and the boys, man. Jamar and the gang, man. I mean, Jamar is just now coming on. He's had a rough year. The Bengals have had a rough year, man. But again, another one-score game. If you look at a lot of these scores in the league now, they're so close. They're either high-scoring games or really, really, really low-scoring games separated by like 2 to 4 points. I think there was a cast talking about that yesterday on a post-game show. Commanders over the Titans. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders actually look good, man. They actually look good. Jaguars and Texans, you saw Mac Jones come in for Trevor Lawrence. Y'all saw the hit on Trevor Lawrence. Prayers up for Trevor Lawrence. And I don't think it was maliciously done. I just think it was a bad judgment. You know, trying to be intense. It's the game. You see the quarterback scrambling. I don't think it was a malicious hit, though. It was just a violent hit. By rule, he definitely needs to be suspended. But, man, prayers up for Trevor Lawrence. But the Texans still pull it out. C.J. Stroud still doing his thing, man. Growing, getting better. Bucks over the Panthers, like we was talking about earlier. Bryce doing his best, Bryce impression. Bryce-like act, bringing him back. The Eagles and the Ravens, man. I know the score says 24-19, but the Eagles dominated that game. The Ravens was able to score a last-minute touchdown to make it closer. But the Eagles dominated that game. Jalen Hurts and squad looking good. And again, the Bills over the 49ers to round up that Sunday night. The Sunday lineup in the NFL. And tonight, Broncos, Browns. I might go find me some wings somewhere else and watch that game. Y'all know I love to eat my wings. So we're going to talk about that. But that's our pro roundup, man. We got us college basketball we're going to talk about later in the show today too, man. Let me see. What time is it? We're at the 9 o'clock hour. It's perfect. It lined up perfect, y'all. It lined up perfect for the show to do the college football roundup now. Perfect. Okay. So after this infomercial, y'all, we're going to jump into our college football roundup. And then after the college football roundup, we'll dive into the digest for the Alabama-Auburn matchup where Alabama defeated Auburn 28-14. And Kalen DeBoer's first year as the head coach of the Alabama Crimson Tide in our Iron Bowl, man. And that was a gratifying win. So we'll dive into all the upsets and everything right after this infomercial break. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm your boy, Coach Smook, man. And don't forget, man, whenever you see me, holler at me, put me in the game, coach. And don't forget, man, join the AAA family. You're missing out on some good content behind the scene content, information, things that I've been putting out. I put out some information this morning. So AAA family not going to be surprised when we start seeing those messages this week come across Twitter. But you want to figure out why we don't be surprised? Join AAA family. This is how you do it.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. And each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. If you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Keep me off the ball, I run it back.
go. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. I'm ready to talk about it today, man. Talk about it. Upset weekend. We called it Bama Nation. We've been saying it for a few days. We've been saying it for a few weeks. It was all going to line up. AAA family. I can't say Bama Nation. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say AAA family. AAA family. Bama AAA family. Been saying it. We have not doubted. We've had our concerns, but we have not doubted. We have not given up on this team like some people, right? Like some claim to be diehard fans. We stuck with the process. We're trusting the process, and guess what? We're in position to get into the college football 12-team playoff. We're in position. All we have to do is sit back and watch, and we might be in the best position possible right now, being able to sit back and watch this conference championship and let our play on the field, letting our resume speak for itself. Looking at the AP poll rankings, kind of starting this thing off before we get into this past weekend's upset. Let's bring it up, man. Let me see if I can get and we're gonna start at 25. We're gonna start at 25. Let me see if I can bring it up like this. Boom, boom, boom. All right. It's the wrong one. Here we go. All right. I like this view. Let's see. Let's check it out. Number 25, we're sitting at with Memphis at 10-2. Yes, Memphis. I did a short on this. Memphis is the surprise in the AP top 25 rankings. You look at Memphis upsetting Tulane on Thursday night. Great game against Tulane. I mean, from start to finish, this team dominated. Started the game. It was 10-7 in the first quarter, I believe. And then after that, it was like Memphis just kind of controlled the flow of the game. Tulane tried to make a late push with a couple of deep shots, but Memphis prevailing against Tulane. And actually, I think they're going to play for that conference championship against Tulane. I think they get a rematch against Tulane in their conference championship. So shouts out to Memphis for getting that number 25 ranking. Army still at 24, still in the top 25, respectively. At their 10-1 record, their only loss coming to Notre Dame. Looking at Army, man, it's a solid season for them. I'm talking about an independent school. They're not going to be in the recruiting wars. Just play for pride day in, day out. These are future protectors of our country. I love to see it, man. Love to see it. Let's get into the rankings, though. Let's get into more of the rankings. Some of the games that were just intriguing to watch. Some of the teams that were intriguing to watch that we're not surprised to see in the top 25. Where's my chart at? There it is. Looking at Syracuse, how they beat up on Miami. Yes, Syracuse, we called it here. I think we actually had a consensus of people that was pulling for Syracuse, knowing that they were the better team. I haven't seen Miami Kenny since kickoff of the Miami game. So what's up, Brandon? How you feeling? He said, Coach Smook, what's up, bro? I hope y'all in the chat had a great Thanksgiving with family and friends. Roll Tide. Sure did, man. I hope everybody had a Thanksgiving. I hope I said that already. I think we've had a live since then, and we've touched on Thanksgiving. Yeah, we talked about food and everything. Again, back into it. Syracuse over Miami. Huge. Missouri staying in the top 25, staying ranked, keeping the ranking. That helps our resume. Illinois, Colorado finishing 9-3 after only winning 4 games last year. 4 games to 9. Coach Prime and Colorado right there in the mix to just have a solid bowl game ending the season. I don't think they're going to get in the Big 12 mix, though. I don't think they're going to get that bid for the playoff spot. UNLV, Clemson has an opportunity to win their conference as a 3-loss team. Clemson has an opportunity to win their conference and be an automatic bid into the playoffs. If they beat SMU, Miami gets pushed out. As a 2-loss team, SMU stays in for playing for the conference, and Clemson goes in for automatic bid, even though Miami technically has the better record. A lot of drama to unfold this Tuesday, y'all. Tomorrow for the rankings, the college football rankings. Iowa State, Ole Miss, rounding out 15-16. Let's go to the top 14 right here. This is the part where I believe our 12-team playoff is going to be shaped out of, and I think this side of the bracket, this side of the rankings is going to stay true to what the playoff picture looks like so far, the CFP rankings. You see Miami getting dropped from number 4 to number 14. Number 14. Oh, wait. They went from number 8 to number 14 in the AP rankings. As they should. Honestly, Miami needs to go to 16. Miami needs to go to 16. You lose. I'm so happy, man. That was so good to see Miami lose again. And we've been calling for them a couple games, man. The refs can't bail you out all season. Your money ain't that long, Miami. South Carolina 9-3, still trending up. They're on the streak. They have not lost a game since we beat them. We got them to act right. Arizona State falling in at 12. Alabama, we move up to number 11 after being at 13 last week. Great. What's up? NJ, we need fair weather fan reports by the end of the show. I need information uploaded. I got 2 reports of fair weather fanning happening in the community right now. Not in our community, but in the Alabama fan base. Indiana still at number 9. I think that's way too high. I don't care the fact that they're number 1. Their strength of schedule is just it hurts for me. It pisses me off because they have literally played nobody, and the one team that they played, they got handled decisively. And that team winning laid an egg. That's the Ohio State Bucknuts, man. The Ohio State Bucknuts dropping the ball against unranked Michigan. Oh, happy day. Man, if we can have our resident confused, want to be Bama supporters / whatever Ohio State fans in here today to gloat and glean amongst their sorrow. Would it not be a joyous occasion, chat? Would it not be a joyous occasion? Yes. Yes, Michigan with the big fold. That's the fold. Yeah, man. Yes, they done swept them. Ryan Day, you're out of here. Ryan Day, you're gone. Only reason you're not fired today is because y'all get in the playoffs. That's it. Y'all still be in the playoffs. Notre Dame, rightfully so, as much as I don't want to admit it. Well, I skipped over Tennessee and Georgia. I really think Georgia will end up getting in one of those top spots. Even if they lose to Texas in the SEC championship, I think Georgia. No, my fault. I'm tripping. Georgia wins. They get in that 4th spot. Notre Dame wins out. They get to that. They stay at 4. Georgia gets the 3. Winner of the Big Ten gets 1, and ACC gets 2. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's how it is. It'll be Big Ten, 1 loss SEC, or 1 loss ACC, right? 1 loss SEC, 1 loss ACC, because it wouldn't be another 2. It wouldn't be another 1. It wouldn't be a 1 loss Big Ten. So we're gonna dive into our bracketology today. Once we get the official rankings, we'll dive into so that's tomorrow. Once we get official CFP rankings, we'll get into bracketology. But we'll kind of break down Alabama's path to the playoffs. So now let's get to the scores for this weekend. Let's get to the upsets. What time are we at? 9:11. So how much time we got until our next segment change? I wish I had a producer in my ear to tell me like, hey, you got 5 minutes to the next segment. Don't nobody want to be a producer? Show schedule's at the bottom of the screen, y'all. Check it out. Yep, we got college football roundup to 9:15. So yeah, we right on schedule. Perfect. And then at 9:15, we got the Iron Bowl final thoughts. We're going to dive into the Iron Bowl talk and get y'all thoughts on it. After that, we'll open the phone lines. Open the phone lines at 9:30. 9:30, we're going to open the phone lines. Get ready to call in at 9:30 to give me your thoughts on all the college football reactions. 5 minutes per phone call. We're going to be on the phone line from 9:30 till 10, and then we'll have our fair weather fan report after the phone segment. And after that, we'll have our closing statements, and then we'll be done for today. So thank y'all for tuning in. Let's get into the scores for this weekend, y'all. Again, let's start with Thursday. Thursday, Memphis coming in, having a great game against Tulane, upsetting Tulane and earning them a top 25 AP poll ranking. Like I said, they really handled that game. That was actually a good game, man. I watched that game Thursday night. You know, I'm getting into that mode of just watching all football. I don't care who playing because you don't know every roster, and there's a lot of players spread out. And so I'm excited about college football. It's just good college football. It's good football being played. So, Memphis beating Tulane. Georgia Tech taking Georgia to 8 overtimes. Let me click on this because this headline doesn't allow us to see the extravagance of this game. Let's go back. Game cash. Let's go to the box score. Let me see. I just want y'all to look at this scoring summary. Just look. I want y'all to pay attention to this area right here where it tells you what quarter you in. Georgia and Georgia Tech. Oh, it don't tell you how many overtimes. So that's 1. That's 2, 3. Oh, wait, it don't even tell you. So they went 8 overtimes, just a storyline. Georgia Tech went 8 overtimes. If you were up Friday night watching that game, we did a live reaction to it. We go to the live reaction, but Georgia's physicality, there is no physicality with Georgia. They do not get this. They don't intimidate teams. Everybody's talking about Alabama not being high and mighty. Georgia has been known for being that intimidated defense. Kirby Smart has been able to field an intimidate defense, and every year he's been at Georgia. And this year, nobody's scared of Georgia. Everybody is running the spread option against all these small fronts, these speed fronts, and it's giving people problems. You're starting to see schools like where's DJ Durkin at? Where's DJ Durkin at? Where's DJ Durkin? Somebody is it A&M? Is he at A&M? Durkin is at A&M. You see his defense starting to scheme up and play in a lot more spread, and it's a lot of space eating or space giving defenses being called, and you're seeing defensive coordinators hone in on locking in on the red zone scoring, because the way these offenses are being schemed up and the way spacing is being allotted with rule changes and the inability to really be physical and be interruptive during offensive plays or plays, it's changing the game, y'all. You can't touch an offensive player right at this point in the time. So now you got to really scheme up to make looks, get guys looking at different spots. It's no more about who can be the most physical in each game. You really gotta learn the balance between finesse and physicality. So when you get teams like Georgia Tech who know how to balance that, they give teams like Georgia problems. So but it was a good game. Everybody that watched it, y'all know it was an entertaining one. Scrolling into Friday night again, Boise State still, Ashton Gentry still doing his thing. Egg Bowl was an entertaining one, right? Ole Miss ended up just kind of pulling away after the first quarter, but it started off, you would have thought Mississippi State was going to make that a 4-quarter game. Jackson Dart still shaky. He's one of those quarterbacks everybody's waiting on. Him, Miro, Beck, all of these quarterbacks that everybody forget are struggling too. Jackson Dart is one of those guys that was getting some preseason hype for Heisman, and he's struggling too. Colorado, man, ending Friday night, that was an entertaining game, watching them have fun. Travis Hunter is the Heisman winner. If you have not voted for Travis Hunter as your Heisman, you're tripping. Let's run through the rest of the scores from this Saturday. Oregon over Washington, securing that spot in their conference championship game. Still holding on to the number 1 seed. Again, the Ohio State. Michigan upset. Texas, not really dominating Texas A&M, but they win to secure that spot in the SEC championship game. They have Georgia this weekend. Penn State over Maryland. We thought that was going to be a good one the way Maryland went down and scored first drive, but yeah, we saw what happened there. Notre Dame edging it out against USC. That game was definitely closer than what it looked. At one point, I thought USC was going to be able to pull off, but USC is going to USC. Miami, thank you for proving me right again. Tennessee, Vandy. Vandy just got in a rut after the first quarter. Tennessee started clicking. Tennessee has solidified themselves as a playoff team. They're in it. If they don't get in it, people are tripping. And this is a young Tennessee team. They're going to get better. They're going to lose a lot on defense, but they're going to have a lot of young talent mixed with some veteran guys on the offense, and they're going to hit in the portal too. They've already hit in recruiting. Tennessee's going to be good. SMU over Cali. Like I said, SMU to me is the best team in the ACC. I think they win the conference and keep Miami out. Then again, if Clemson gets another loss, I think you could put Miami in over Clemson. You don't put a 4-loss Clemson over Miami, even if they did play for the conference. I think head to head, you give it to Clemson. You give it to Miami. South Carolina helping us out by beating Clemson, another ranked opponent that is a playoff contender. We beat South Carolina. They're trending right now, 15 AP poll. I think they're moved up to 13 now in the new AP poll. So our Iron Bowl victory, of course, we're going to talk about that here in the next segment. And then Arizona State still looking like the team, man. Big 12 is going to be a good conference to watch in the years to come. Iowa State, Kansas State, good game. BYU handling business against a beat up Houston team. Missouri again handling Arkansas. Arkansas is a real mid-level team. Like, you don't know who you're going to see when you show up against Arkansas every week. UNLV handling Nevada. Wasn't an entertaining game to watch. And then Illinois over Northwestern. That's one of those games where the brands, they meet up and then clash, and they usually put out good products. So that's our college football roundup for this weekend. Now, it's time to get into it, man. It's time to get into it. Let's get into this right here, y'all. Iron Bowl talk. Y'all ready to get into it? Let's get into it, man.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what...
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Yeah. We back on the field. We had to bring it to the field for this one because it was the last game on the field, man. I don't think our fans have realized that was the last game of the season. And so for that, we're going to take a moment of silence first before we get into this talk, man. All right, let's take a moment of silence. All right, moment of silence over, y'all. But after the silence, what do? We celebrate. We celebrate because not only did we win, we sit them back down 65. Sad in the mud. We sit them boys back down 65. Sad in the mud. Lord have mercy, help the babies. Oh, help the babies. Them boys was hurt. I should see nothing but Roll Tide in the chat. We got 50 in the chat, 28 likes. Let's get up to that 50 like mark, man. Where my Bama Nation at, man? I'm telling y'all, man, it was a great game to watch. Being there on the campus, it was definitely a different vibe, y'all. Different vibe. I felt the anticipation for this game. So let's dive into the numbers. Let's dive into the thoughts, reactions. Let me go to the box score over here. Pull these stats up for y'all, man. Do some stat comparison. Both quarterbacks played very well this game, man. I must say I was very impressed with how Peyton Thorne handled the game with what the offense was asking him to do. Something that he had not been doing all season, which was being efficient in the air. You look at him, 24-41 before the second half. He was actually pretty efficient because they were just kind of keeping him limited with his decision. He was making solid decisions, but our defense showed up to play. If we had to rank, let me pull the polls up. Let's get the polls in. We're going to do our rankings. Iron Bowl finale. Let's get into our ranking, our grade segment. I'm sorry, I said rankings. Let's get into our grade segments. And let's start on the defensive side. We're not even going to do positions. We're going to do the whole defense as a whole. We're going to do the whole defense as a whole. If you had to give the defense as a whole a grade, what's the defensive grade for our defense in this Iron Bowl chat? And I'm about to put the poll in the chat, but you can kind of start dialoguing in the chat and let me know why you would give them that grade. Why you would give them that grade? A, B, C, D, or F. Because some of y'all be tough on them boys. So A, B, C, D. Defensive grade. Let's do it. Alabama defense grade versus Auburn. Sound good? Poll is in the chat. Poll is in the chat. Talk to me. Looking at the stats, we held them under 100 rushing. Something that a lot of your expert or your analysts that were on these other podcasts said that Alabama couldn't do. Said we couldn't stop the run. Y'all remember that? And I told y'all that we will make adjustments. Kane Womack knows how to get his team prepared for what's on film. Making adjustments in his first year is probably the biggest hump on both sides because you don't know players' tendencies. You're building this rapport as the season goes, and when you're not familiar with anybody on that side of the ball, you don't have a linebacker that you're used to sending play calls into. This is a relationship and a method you're building over time. Offensive coordinator, you don't have a quarterback that's been in your system for 4 years that understands your play calling style of what you're doing. You got a whole Nick Sheridan's first year calling plays. Kalen DeBoer is not calling all the plays. He's taking over now. He had to step in, but you saw how this team went through a process and it paid off. 9-3 overall. It's a good team, but again, defense holding them to 98 total rushing. The receiving yards, they will have you. They will make you think it was a bad game defensively in the pass game. But if you look at how they did it in the pass game, I'm not mad at it. You got a few big chunk plays there. I mean, one of them just was busted coverage. The touchdown on Xavier Brown, he just got beat. Great route by Cam. Honestly, it was if Xavier Brown turns his head to find the ball, he might make a play on it. But the passing game, anytime you got to throw it for 25 plus times against us to reach 250 plus, that's a good game. And still lose by 14 after we gave the ball up 4 times. That's a good game in my opinion. But looking at the defensive stat, somebody that I said was going to be key in this game, Justin Jefferson came out and played lights out. Quay Russaw came out and played a lot better. The linebacker core as a whole looked 10 times better. So we're looking at the grades now. Let me see. Let me look at the poll. Let me look at the poll. We got 47 in the chat right now. How many likes we got on the stream, y'all? How many likes we got on the stream? 31 likes on the stream. We got 44 in the chat. Make sure y'all run the likes up as you come in. Let's look at the poll. How many votes we got on the poll? We got 14 votes. Let's get 10 more votes. Let's try to get 10 more votes on the poll, and then we'll run it up. Right now, everybody's giving the defense a A right now. 71% of you are giving the defense an A. I would grade the defense an A this past weekend. You talk about solid run fits, and it was basically we saw what the defense looked like with better linebacker play. No shade towards Deontay Lawson. I think he works better in one of those schemes where he kind of gets to decipher and kind of lean to a side. Him dissecting the run game, primarily run game identifier or key guy to key off of is not a good fit. Justin Jefferson just has a knack for finding the ball, being in the right space, doing the right things, securing tackles, holding guys up for the swarm that come in. The defense actually swarmed to the ball for the first half. Third quarter they were kind of choppy, and then fourth quarter they finished strong, right? And for everybody that keeps asking for Sab to come back, I don't think Sab is coming back, y'all. I don't think Sab is coming back. Defensively, we talking defense right now. I don't think Sab is coming back. I think we lose Sab. I think we lose. Of course, we lose Malachi. We lose Deontay. We lose Campbell. We're going to lose a lot of experience on this side. Damani Jackson, we're going to lose him, and so it's going to be an experienced secondary though. You got to think Bray Hubbard, Jalen Mbakwe, Xavier Brown, Deshaun Jones is going to come back. You got King Mack, who's been playing some quality spot minutes. Red Morgan is going to be back next season. Bray Hubbard going to be back next season. Drake Kirkpatrick Jr. is going to be back next season. Who else is Devontae Smith can come back? I believe he's a junior on the field. He's a year behind Malachi, so he got an extra year. I mean, this secondary can be good. And you look at the guys that we got coming in, Dijon Lee, he can come in and be a young day one starter. We've seen Mo Linquist develop our young secondary. Zay Mincy is switched over to safety too. And he looks good when he's out there. He looks comfortable. He's actually been put. Go look at the film. Go look for 12 on the field. Look for 12 on the field. He's getting some solid minutes, man. He's getting some solid minutes. So do not sleep on these young guys. Do not sleep on these young guys. Since y'all want to jump to the offense, since we can't even get our full defensive grades in, chat, y'all so antsy. Y'all want to jump to the offense so bad. The defense looked great. Tim Keenan in that front, James Smith. It looked like the torch has been passed, right? James Smith looked like the guy up front, being the leader. Jordan Renard, nasty. Jordan Renard is nasty, y'all. LT Overton. Do we get LT back for another year? Because he's a sophomore, right? Or is he a redshirt sophomore? I think LT is a redshirt sophomore. Oh, he's a junior. He's a junior on the field, but no, he's a junior in the class, redshirt sophomore on the field. Man, I hate that we're not going to have him. Ja Latham's going next season, so we're going to see Keon Keith. A lot of those guys that have been stuck on the depth chart, stuck behind these other guys, we're going to see a lot of these guys get opportunities next year. Yanzi Pierre showed up yesterday too. I mean Saturday. Yanzi Pierre, love seeing him out there. Ready to see Jay Sean Ross get out there though. I've been hearing some things about him at practice. Jeremiah Alexander. You remember I was saying there might be some rumors about him in the portal. Been hearing some things, energy's looking up, getting moved back to the outside with all these guys exiting. Q Rob getting hurt. Opened up some opportunities for some guys to get in some good reps at practice and get some good looks. So that's the defense. Let's look at the grades for the defense. In the poll right here. Got 20 votes on the poll. 74% saying A. Screenshot that. Got 19 votes on the poll. 75% of y'all giving them, 73% giving an A and 26% giving a B. We had no grades lower than a B. That's solid. Can't be mad at that. That's solid. Can't be mad at that. Let me screen share so I can show y'all the proof. Show y'all the proof. There it is right there. 73% saying A, 26% saying B. So solid grade. So we're gonna give our defense. Can we give them a solid A minus? Can we come together in the chat? Can we get some AAA icons or emojis in the chat? The A emojis in the chat. If we could say A minus for our chat, for our defense in this Iron Bowl performance. I love it, man. I love it. Defense showed up. They showed out. I love how they performed in the clutch. Bray Hubbard again. Defensive MVP. If you had to put a defensive MVP in the chat right now, one player. You can't pick two. Just pick one. Defensive MVP in the chat right now. Everybody, defensive MVP. It doesn't make sense for Sapp to come back, man. He was getting draft grades last year coming from Michigan. I think there's this misconception that we need a lot of film to get in the NFL nowadays. I'm telling y'all, what's up, Albert? There's this misconception that we need a lot of film to get in the NFL, or we need a lot of yards, or a lot of you just need a good 4 or 5 streak game in your junior year, eligible year. You just need 3 games, 2 or 3 games, and they're going to gamble on you. Sapp is going to go early second round, late first round, mid second round. He came into the season with it. See, y'all, a lot of y'all think that he needs like 7 interceptions. No, they're going to look at film. They're going to be like, man, he did this against these teams and this team and this team, and did it at a higher rate every time. They can say trajectory wise, before the injury, he would have been one of the best safeties in the country. That's what they can gamble on. They're going to look at his recovery. They're going to look at the history of guys recovering from that injury coming from Alabama. If they've had that, they're going to look at Kool-Aid's production. They're going to look at guys that had to have operations coming from Alabama. They're going to look at Sapp and they're going to gamble on him. So he's going to get good draft grades like he's been getting. He's not going to be forced to come back. So we're looking at for defensive MVPs. Defensive MVPs. Let's go. He said Bray Hubbard, Malachi Moore. I was going to say Malachi. Jahad Campbell. We got one for Campbell. We got Hubbard. Got Malachi. We got Hubbard. Malachi. Jefferson. You know what? I said that. The whole defense looked better because of Justin Jefferson. Play calls. Listen. And I don't know what was so different. And I've been saying this all season. And come on, y'all, give me my flowers. Have I not saying
The defense looks better when Justin Jefferson is on the field. I said it before the game. Even when you put Jahad Campbell next to him or Deontay Lawson, the defense just looks better when Justin Jefferson is in the middle. That green dot on his head this past weekend, it showed me that it wasn't Kane Womack. It was Deontay Lawson. It was Deontay Lawson. We like to throw blame on Miro for offensive struggles. Our inside linebacker, middle linebacker, that green dot on the helmet means something. And when guys aren't getting play calls on the back end, especially across on the far end away from the sideline, that's on the linebacker and that safety. The safety is looking to the linebacker to get his primary calls. Malachi is looking to the linebacker. Keon is looking to the linebacker to give his calls to his boundary corners. So I'm telling y'all, think about it. Justin Jefferson is really the key factor. I'm gonna change mine. I'm gonna give it to Justin Jefferson, MVP. Hey, Veronica L. Keon Sabb is a red shirt sophomore. You know, when you come in spring, you get to leave. You're eligible that spring coming out of your sophomore year. You're eligible coming out of that spring because Sabb was an early enrollee. That's what everybody was saying. Ryan Williams might get drafted at 19. Ryan Williams might be 19 when he gets drafted. Campbell, because he's been that guy all year. But you can't give him MVP for Auburn game just because he's been playing good all year. He didn't make the difference in the game to me. I think Justin Jefferson makes the difference in the game. I think he really makes the difference. Impact player. Facts, Albert. My brother Albert Collins tapping in, man. Never bought into Lawson a little too light in the hands for me. He didn't plug enough holes and doesn't want to either. Doesn't want to. And if you look at the size, Justin Jefferson is smaller than both Campbell and Lawson weight-wise. Well, he plays just as big as Campbell. And Campbell's been hurt. Campbell has had that right shoulder injury. And everybody knows, linebackers know. In this day and age, because they so picky about dropping your helmet, it's hard to square up, and so you got to be able to drive your shoulder. You got to be, and that hurts. That hurts. You take 6 or 7 of those from 300 plus pound linemen trying to jam holes. That hurts when you're injured. So you need your help. Sabb was out there in the entire boot on one crutch trying to help his teammates back from the brawl. Yeah, facts. My boy was turned, man. Greg, yeah, I see now. Everywhere I looked, I never mentioned him being a redshirt sophomore. That's on me. Facts. So yeah, he's eligible for the draft. And y'all got to remember, when you show up early in the spring as an early enrollee, that spring going into your junior year, you're eligible. You can go get draft evals, and you can get all of your paperwork submitted or whatever, and do all of that. That's what the game is coming to. So Ryan Williams might be 19 when he get drafted. Let's switch to the offense before I get carried away. We on our schedule. We doing good on our schedule too, y'all. Thank y'all for helping me stay on schedule. Offense, man. Let me get the offensive poll in there. Offensive grade for this game. I'm gonna put this. Let me type this up, and then I'm gonna start my breakdown for the offense. Y'all know I got a lot to say about the offense. I'm an offensive minded coach, right? Alabama's offense grade versus Auburn. A, B, C, D. Okay. And I'm looking at the mood of the chat. I'm looking at the mood of the chat already. And I think I'm gonna have to be tough on y'all today. So for me, the offense gets a B- this game. And I'm gonna say this confidently, because and there's a few reasons why I'm gonna give them a B-. One, we did something in this game that we haven't been able to do consistently all year. In the game where it needed to be done, right? We were able to control the clock. We were able to have extended drives. Every scoring drive was, I think, 2 minutes or more.
right? Every scoring drive, every time we put points on the board, it was 2 minutes or more. How many 3-and-outs did we have? I think we only had 4 3-and-outs. But the 4 turnovers make this game look closer than what it is. Now, freak turnovers. I look at the Ryan Williams fumble. That's a freak turnover. Everybody talks about, Jalen Milroe, how he climbed the pocket and had the ball out in front of him. If you think about it, he was only in his second step. He took 2 power steps, speed power steps to climb the pocket and, get ready to scramble. And he was transitioning to protect the ball. He had both hands on the ball. And naturally, your arms are going to swing. You try to get skinny. Not my manager calling me while I'm live on the show. You try to get skinny to step up in the pocket and make your move. Guy, he gets a tackle on you, gets a hand on it, swipe. That's the first one. But then the one where he's scrambling on the sideline and he actually was, almost close to the first down. That's another one of those situations where I don't see Jalen dialing in and paying attention to the situation. So you're a big 235-pound quarterback. Lean into somebody and gain that extra half yard, and so for that play calling, I love the play calling. Nick Sheridan's play calling this game. He spread it out. It's spots where you got to try things. You got to try different looks. You got to try plays, and they might not work, but you got to make the defense. You can't let the defense key in on what you're doing offensively. And I think Nick Sheridan did a great job of doing that this game. Something that I have been looking for him again. Call some key plays. Did the players execute in key moments? I don't think so. Not to the best of their ability, but in certain spots they did. Let me look at the box score. I'm gonna bring this screen up for y'all. Let's get in the box score of that game, y'all. And when I say box score, I'm talking about the stats. So looking at the stats again, Jalen Milroe. Let's talk about our offense. Jalen Milroe, 18 of 24, the 1 interception. Even that interception there, man. That's one of those where he can't step into it. I see the right read, wrong throw. I want you to lead that wide receiver. He's already opening up behind that linebacker. The linebacker is planted. The safety is driving at a bad angle. If you let him keep running through, because it wasn't a zone, there was no guy in the middle. Let him run through. That's a good catch. That's a good pass, good catch. But you try to sit him down in between the linebacker and the safety, over the linebacker, under the safety. Linebacker gets under it a little bit to make your throw a little aired. And then, you overthrow Jeremy Bernard, who had a great game. DB makes a good play. They don't get any points off of it. So we're not tripping off of that. Rushing game. Look at the run game. Something that everybody complained about. He only had 17 carries. He only had 17 carries this game. We leaned on the running backs. Jam Miller had the hot end. You ride Jam Miller. Not necessarily with the average, but it was just effective running. When he had an opportunity to break big runs, he broke big runs. We stuck with the run game. It wasn't explosive. Our explosive run game, our explosive run plays came from Jalen, as they should. You don't want your running quarterback to take on the dirty yards. You don't want him gaining majority of your dirty yards, right? You want him to be your explosive run guy. That's how other teams have been killing us. They've been leaning on their running backs. Running backs have been, hitting us 3-4 yards here. They might gash us every 6th or 7th run handoff. And then the quarterback catches us slipping because we're leaning towards the run game. So we saw Nick Sheridan dial it up and really mix it up for the QB run game. Jalen Milroe's decision-making in the read option is still shaky. Wide receivers. I saw wide receivers still not giving 100% in blocking. I love when Kendrick Law gets out there and blocking, but I would like us to reward Kendrick Law in more jet sweeps or quick screens, things of that nature. You see the passing was a little bit more targeted this week. We had a plan. He stayed in his wheelhouse. Tight ends. He leaned on our tight ends for his receptions, and he had his top receivers active. Does this hurt in recruiting? I don't think so. Miro's not coming back. I've seen a lot of rotation at the wide receiver position, but Auburn's secondary is so garbage, man. The wide receiver room was eating on all big plays. It's like every pass attempt was just about a big play. You look at the averages of each reception, everybody's over 10 except for Robbie Oots, who's not even a receiving tight end. His first catch was so impactful, to catch that pass and then shake off the hit like he did. Come on, man. But overall, and I'm gonna get to the grades now. Let's get our offensive grade, and then we're gonna get into the phone lines. And then we're gonna get the coaching grade, and then we'll get to the phone lines. Offensive grade. I'm looking at it right now. We got 25 votes. Yeah, look at y'all. Y'all was excited to talk about offense. I think we got an offensive minded chat. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. All right, let's share that one. Let's share this one. Share this tab instead. Pull this up. I'm muffled because I'm all up in the mic. Pause. All right. There go your results. 47% saying B. 40% saying C. 7% saying A. 3% saying D. Who said A? What is A? Are you giving? See, if I had gave the offense an A, it was going to be because I like how I saw the dynamic of Kalen DeVore, season control, and setting Nick Sheridan up for that second drive in the third quarter. No, it didn't, render any points, but you saw the play calling style change. I think it was the second drive in the third quarter. You saw the play calling style change. So if you're giving them an A for the play calling this weekend, got you. Offensive line didn't perform very well either. Caden Proctor, man, I don't know if it's fatigue late in the season, but maybe this us being able to watch the conference game and then possibly get into the playoffs. December 20th, that's 2 weeks from now. We got 2 weeks to prep for our first playoff game. If we get in, so I think this helps when you got guys like Caden Proctor who just starting to look a step slow. Elijah Pritchett for the past 2-3 weeks, Elijah Pritchett looked bad against Mercer, y'all. Jaden Roberts not 100%, but Vandermark actually played a solid game. Gino Vandermark played a solid game. Gino Vandermark played a solid game. I said it. It's the truth, y'all. It's the truth. Gino Vandermark played a solid game. And the offensive line, when they're clicking, the offense just looks elite. When Jalen Merrill has time, he's elite. And that's the thing. For those Jalen Merrill haters that keep doubting him, he just continues to shut you up. Like, what can you complain about? Strip sack? He doesn't get stripped. He fumbles. This week, he didn't lose the ball scrambling in the open field like last year when he was nervous. Like, I didn't see any nervous plays. If I had to grade Jalen alone, I give him a B plus for this game. Composure was there. I still just don't like. I don't like the lack of intensity. I don't see that hunger in his eyes anymore, man. And that's disappointing to somebody that really went to bat for this young man. Because I'm feeling, and I'm gonna say this on live. I'm ready to turn the page. And it's not a hit at him. I just don't see the hunger. Where's the hunger, Jalen? The reason why, and I'm gonna say this, and we could speak on it. I'm gonna put this beat on. I'm gonna put this beat on real quick because I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from. I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from when I speak on this. Hold on. Let me see. All right, so when I say this, I don't want y'all to think I'm jumping ship on Jalen or anything, but there's the time when you've kind of reached your peak, and I think Jalen mentally on what he's receiving when it comes to the college level and learning the game of football, he's not doing one thing that he always said he wanted to do, and that's learn something new every day, getting better every day. I think he thinks he's at a peak right now, and it shows by his actions on the field, his demeanor, his response. He's still steady with his demeanor as far as leading, but I don't see the hunger, guys. There's a few plays where Jalen, overthrow a pass, or he won't make a read. Like you can see that he's intent on trying to make the play himself, and that ain't the Jalen we know. Jalen messed up last year trying to make the team play. Last year, when he wasn't comfortable. I feel like if he would have took a chance to make more team plays against Oklahoma, right, handing that ball off to Jam and Justice, we in a better position. More team plays against Tennessee, we in a better position. And let's not just negate the fact that he didn't have help at the beginning of that Oklahoma game. 3 drop passes on his first 5 pass attempts. 3 drop passes. He didn't have help. He didn't have help to set him up. But you're a veteran. You got to be able to shake that off. So, yeah, that's my thought on Jalen. It's time to turn the page if this is the demeanor that we're going to have, because your demeanor, especially at the quarterback position, is going to affect your performance. I don't care. I don't care who you are. It is a lot, Megan. It's a lot. That's why you have to keep the main thing. And we saw early on a lot of this attention and this hype and this Heisman hopeful stuff. It knocked my boy off his rails when it came to being focused on the game. So, an Alabama fan just told me if we get into the playoff and have to go up north to play, we in trouble. He said we will have to be a running team. I told him we already are. Fairweather fan alert. DeMarcus, bring him to the courts. Bring him to the courts. But we're off the iron boat. Well, we're not off of it. We're going to get into this call-in segment. Hey, I'm gonna take a quick infomercial break. I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna get a small snack so I could eat while y'all talking, right? And we're gonna get into this call-in show. If you're enjoying the show, make sure you drop a like here on the YouTube side. If you're on Facebook side, drop a reaction. If you're on Twitter, retweet, react on Twitter. Put me in the game, coach. Call-in segment. All right. Up next, y'all, put me in the game, coach, call-in segment. But before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to our sponsors here on the Coach Smook Network. And also, if you want to become a member of this AAA family, this is how you do it, man. This is how you do it. Join the family. You don't want to miss out on what we got coming up for the off-season content. We got basketball, college basketball for Alabama, women and men's basketball primarily, but we're covering all of college basketball, covering NBA, we're covering NFL, interactive. We actually got an opportunity December 22nd. NFL content coming. I can't give y'all the juice. Join the AAA and you get the juice. Here you go.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. And each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. If you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Leandre Gota Tejus.
side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
It's not going to take us a lot of time. But I want to say that I'm excited about what...
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Yeah, let's get into it, man. The Coach Smook put me in the game calling segment, man. Y'all know what time it is, bro. I don't know why y'all act like y'all don't know what time it is when we get up in here. Y'all already know. It's part of the time you get on that phone line. Phone line is open 334-625-1121. Get on that phone line and call in, and y'all already know who calling in. He been waiting. We've been missing him all weekend. Y'all know.
Call from Zach Willie. To accept, press 1.
Zach, welcome back. Dak, welcome back. Dak, my boy, Zach, roll tide. How you feeling this morning, Zach?
I'm feeling good, Coach Smook, and roll tide to you, man.
Man, talk about it, Zach. I'm going to let you have the floor for the first 3 minutes of the phone call, man. I know you got a lot to just let go. So, Zach channel, AAA family. Zach, y'all know who it is, Zach, AAA family. Take it away, Zach. I'm glad to hear your voice, man.
Roll tide. Yeah, one thing I want to say, Coach, to all the Fairweather fans out there, Coach DeBoer done two things that Nick Saban didn't do at Alabama. He Auburn his first year, and in his first season as a head coach of Alabama, for the first time since like the 1930s, he won 9+ games his first season at Alabama. No other coach has done that, but the last coach that done it was like in the 1930s, I think 1931.
Yeah, 1934, I think it was, Zach. I was reading a story. I want to say Shout out to the Tuscaloosa, man. Tuscaloosa News. They usually write good history facts and bring up stuff for you to look and indulge in, but also Two World Sports. I don't know if there's still Two World Sports, but my guy Ricky Morton, he does good history lineups. I wish he was here in the chat. I would definitely get him to pull up on the screen and give us some history. I know they've been talking about it. So, but yeah, Zach, those are some quality statements. Go ahead, bro.
Yes. Defense, I'm proud of the defense. They played hard. Did they have a few missed tackles here and there? Yes. Could they, as a whole, could they competed better in certain spots? Yes. But the only issue I have with on the defensive side of the ball was that fight and how the refs handled that, because we both watched the same game, and the Auburn player initiated it.
Right.
Yes, did Bronte Smith yank off his helmet? Should he have been flagged for it? Yes, but Auburn should have got a penalty as well, for that. And I mean, that pissed me off.
100%, Zach.
The offense, we got to meet the defense's intensity in games. The defense played amazing this game. Malachi was out there running around laying some wood.
Hey.
Oh,
putting it down like he owed somebody somewhere. That boy was ready to pay rent this past weekend, boy. Hey, and Malachi Moore might have solidified himself as a first round safety in that draft, because Malachi Moore, with his skill set, he could play free safety or strong safety in the league. He won't play corner, but the way they are moving guys around like Derwin James and guys like that, Malachi could come in and be your hybrid linebacker. And we see Deion Branch do it. We saw Landon Collins do it early in his career at the NFL level. Right. Malachi Moore has those same type of skill sets. I mean, Branch is his brother. You saw them on the field together. So.
Oh, yeah. Malachi has done what I needed to see from him this season to put him in a better to improve his draft stock. You know, because up until this season, we only seen him at the Husky position, you know, or star, when Nick was what it was called when Nick was here. But he done. Did he have some rough spots in games? Yes, every player has. But overall, he has shown much improvement in the areas before the season that I was saying he needed to improve on. He showed improvement this season. He improved his draft stock. He solidified his draft stock, and I'm proud of him. You know.
Okay. But Zach, let's round this thing up. We got a lot of people waiting to call in today, man. Give me your grades, man. Give me your grades. Let's start on the defensive side, since we're already highlighting Malachi Moore and some of the other guys who just kind of showed up and showed out. I mean, really showed up and showed out. Give me your defensive grade and your defensive MVP.
Okay. My defensive grade, A-.
Okay.
Solid A-. Like I said, they could have played, cleaned up the tackles a little bit, but that's the only down thing. Defensive MVP, I'm going with me personally. I got to give it to Malachi, and I know you went with Justin Jefferson, and that's fine. He had a great game too, played an amazing game as well, but on two key third downs, Malachi put a big hit and dislodged the ball from the receiver, which kept them, from scoring a touchdown.
Right.
So I have to go with Malachi. Offense, I'm going to my offensive grade, C+, B-. They could have played better overall. Offensive MVP, I got to go with Jeremy Bernard, because he went off this game. He made some big time plays and some big time moments.
Yep.
Was it consistent? No, but at least we got the win, especially over stinky Cal College. I'm happy we got the win over that stinky Cal College.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Play family, I love you guys. Roll Tide to you, Coach Smook, and I'll holler at y'all later.
100%, Zach. Roll Tide, baby. Yeah, my boy Zach popping the call segment off, man, with the fire this morning. He was straight and direct. My boy was on one. He been enjoying his family, so he refreshed and ready to transition to this postseason play. For everybody that believes we're going to the playoffs, give me some fire emojis in the chat. Phone line is open again, 334-625-1121. Now, I think y'all are replying to the comments about Malachi Moore. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all know Coach Smook don't just talk crazy. When I told y'all last year that Terry Arnold, y'all remember after I left the pro day workout, and I was talking about teams that were really vying for certain players. I shook some hands, and I'm telling you, Malachi Moore. There are 4 teams right now that want to go and get a young safety with 60 plus starts. That's what separates Malachi Moore from every safety in the draft this year. His early second round draft projections, that was what he came into the season with. Malachi Moore's only bad game was against Vanderbilt. Malachi Starks, he's your second. I think he's the number 1 rated safety in the draft. You're talking about Malachi Moore. There's going to be maybe 4 safeties taken in the first round. Malachi Moore is in the top 6 of safeties. He will go. He might go in the first round. Yeah, man. J. Cole, what's good, my brother? What's up, Jordan? You in this morning? What's up, Junior? How y'all feeling? Hey, we got a lot of people without wristbands in the chat, man. What y'all doing, man? Get the wristband. Yeah, they gonna get us in, man. They gonna get us in. They gonna get us in. I like the fire in the chat. I'm glad he stayed. Me too. I'm glad he stayed. It definitely paid off. Man, we got a lot of reactions on Facebook. Let me get a second to acknowledge my Facebook family over there interacting. You guys really came in heavy this morning. Shout out to all 7 watching on Facebook. I got Albert Collins. I got Eric Lofton over there. I got Willie McMillan. I got Brian Carroll. I got Pastor B. I got Rico. I got my mom with the 7 reactions. Man, what are we doing? We got 53 watching on Twitter. We got 55 watching on YouTube. We're growing, y'all. Iron Bowl champs. Alabama 9-3 to finish the season. Phone line is open, 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. Let me hear your thoughts. Give me your reactions from Alabama's victory over the Auburn War Tigers, or Water Eagles, whatever they call it, man. I don't know whatever they was this weekend. I don't care. But yeah, man. Definitely want to give a shout out to our AAA family. If y'all want to get on the new AAA banner, we're going to be adjusting the AAA banner again. We got some snakes that got cut out. So we'll be removing some pictures and adding some more. If you want your picture added to it, you have to have a wristband, right? But we're going to get some of you all updated pictures. We got a lot of AAA pictures that we're going to put on the new banner. It's going to be black background, right? Black background. We got a new design we're going to put out. We're going to order a new banner for the next event, which will be our Alabama A-Day link up event. CSN Alabama A-Day tailgate party. We already started getting our space and all of that stuff squared away. We're bidding for a spot close to the stadium so we can be there all day and have a live show on campus at a tailgate spot. We got people doing some things, contributing. And what's crazy, y'all, we're gonna have a great time that day. I promise y'all, we're gonna have a great time. But with that being said, phone line 334-625-1121. Hey, Wall Eagles. Hey, Albert, the phone line is on. I know you said you was looking to call in. They nobody fact. 5 away from 50. Come on, y'all, get those 50 likes up. My final thoughts on the game, y'all, because we at the 10 o'clock hour. We about to run into our fair weather fan report segment. I think y'all gonna enjoy this one today. I don't have graphics to follow up, but I'm setting y'all up for some of the things that's happening. And this next, the fair weather fan report on tomorrow, we might do a live tonight. If we go live tonight, I'll do it tonight. As a matter of fact, I won't do a fair weather fan report this morning. I'm gonna do an actual fair weather fan report, a pre-recorded one. And I think I might be out in the field for this one. I think I might go out in the field. I got a new mustache, y'all. Let me stop. That was nasty. I'm not doing that. Pause. Rewind. Erase what I just did. I got a new mustache. A fake mustache that I'm gonna wear. It's pretty cool. The costume. Erase what I did. JB not here, right? JB at work. Kareem not paying attention either. Nobody saw it. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So phone line is over. 334-625-1121. Is Zach the only one that had to call in? Because y'all, we had 2 numbers call in that interrupt my boy while he was on the line. Now that ain't nobody on the line, y'all ain't calling in. 334-625-1121. Go ahead and call in. You might audition for Drum Major, and the finals for those auditions is conducting at A-Day. Jordan, you that's crazy that you pushing for that, because you're a freshman, right? You'll be trying to be a drum major. Like, don't you have to have a certain amount of years? Another year to really learn this offense, I think we'll be straight. Kareem, I think next year with guys, and I think the realistic transition happens with Ty Simpson. We win or lose with Ty Simpson early in the season. And if he struggles early, you have all the reason to start cycling guys through. If Dylan stays through the portal, through the offseason, which I seriously doubt, that's an option there. Keelan Russell, you don't want him starting or going in to replace somebody with that type of weight on his shoulders. Either you're going to start him to start the season and then let him get it, make his mistakes, and then have Ty Simpson come in and prove why he should have been a starter. Because you could do that in week 2, week 3, and then not hurt your season, right? We see that. The 12-team playoff allows you to do that. So that'll be good, man. That'll be good. It's Ty's job to lose, really, unless he loses it during the offseason stuff. That's what I said. And he has to do something to separate from the rest of the guys. Oh, you're a sophomore in college, just your first year in the band. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, facts. If Russell beats them out, 2 QBs leaving. Oh, of course. That's why you see us going for 226, class of 26 QBs right now. Because they're coming in knowing that they got 2 years to sit behind, the 25 QB. Kalen DeBoer got his quarterback. And Keelan Russell, he got his quarterback. That's who he wanted. It didn't matter who else. Oh, he said put the phone number in the chat. Hey, do I have a command set up? I'm gonna set up a command for it. Where the phone number at? There it is. 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. We got about 8 minutes left for the phone call line. 8 minutes left before we transition to our closeout. How y'all feeling though? I really, you know what? I came in today waiting for trolls to show up, waiting for the Fairweather fans to show up. But of course, after we win, and I'm gonna stop the music. I got a pick today. Y'all see how Chief Wills, y'all see how where Next King went. Next King, where you went? All them Fairweather fans, they be crying during the week after we lose or we struggle. And they come in, they got so much to say, so much to debate about. Monk hasn't been back around here. Like all of them trolls, they're not blocked from the channel. They just get put in timeout. Darius didn't show up today. Kenny isn't here. Where are you guys at? Don't say you at work and then because you usually here before the actual supporters. Got a phone call on the line, 872. Let's see who it is.
Call from
Jeff Blair.
Who?
To accept, press 1. To send a
Yo, what's up? Who's on the line?
This is Jeff Blair from Chicago, Illinois.
Okay. What's up, Jeff? Man, welcome to the show. This first time calling in?
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome to the show, man. How'd you find out about the content? How'd you find us?
Through YouTube.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Welcome to the show. You in the game, man. Talk to me. What's on your mind, brother?
Yes, sir. I was calling in to let you know I do feel like we're going to get in, and I think
Hello?
Yes.
Oh, you say you think we're going to get in?
Yes.
Okay, what if you had to sell the resume? If you had to sell the resume for Alabama right now for the playoffs, what are your selling points? Give me two major selling points. You only got 2 minutes to make your pitch to the committee. You represent Alabama Nation. I'm putting you on the spot, Jeff. This is your first time on the phone. I'm putting you on the spot. You got 2 minutes to make our case to get in the playoffs. Go.
Well, number one, we went on the road. We played Tennessee on the road. We played Vanderbilt on the road in their stadium, and they played very good games. Mm-hmm. But when it comes to our resume, we beat Georgia, we beat South Carolina, mm-hmm. and we didn't play Ole Miss. So I think head to head, I think Alabama should be over South Carolina and Ole Miss.
And I really think that matters when you look at, Ole Miss beating Georgia, right? We beat Georgia. So if you're going to keep Ole Miss in that 13, 14 rank, right? Right. You got to give us the same love. Give us some love for beating Georgia. Our win over South Carolina. If you're going to, be happy about South Carolina trending upwards late in the season, well, you gotta be happy about how we started off. We started off 4-0, right? And we beat a number one team. And then just resume continues to help us. South Carolina beat the team that's playing for the ACC championship this weekend. So if you're going to continue to pad South Carolina, you're going to continue to pad Georgia, you can't help but pad us. Our wins over them, they continue to help us pad. Now, granted, we take a loss to Oklahoma. We take a loss to Vanderbilt. We take a loss to Tennessee. Vanderbilt was ranked when we played them. Tennessee was ranked when we played them. Oklahoma, all these games are away games. That's my pitch. You judge them how you want. You turn on the film in each one of those losses, and you tell me that the same Alabama team lose the same way. If you lose the same way, you don't get in the playoffs. People have to find different ways to beat you that makes you a good team.
Right.
So that's my thoughts on it.
I totally agree.
Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I totally agree with you. You think about like the Oklahoma game. I think we just came out flat, and we never recovered.
100%. And it was more so of a. And we talked about this earlier. I think we had a lot of selfish play from some individuals on the team. It wasn't play calling for me. It wasn't, coaching adjustments, lack of adjustments. I saw adjustments being made. I just saw lack of execution. I will say Kane Wommack put us in some bad positions against Oklahoma, in the middle of the game where we could have had an opportunity to actually put points back on the board. But the defense had already given us 3 extra possessions. Jalen Milroe has to be a better decision maker for us. If we're going to make a playoff push for the national championship, he has to make a lot better decisions, especially when it comes to utilizing our running backs. I don't trip about his pass and attack. We know that's going to be hit and miss when the offensive line is struggling, but the offensive line has been great in run blocking. Lean on those running backs, and you'll get the same type of results you got this past weekend in the Iron Bowl. Jeff, final thoughts, man, before I let you off the line, brother.
My final thoughts, Coach Smook, is that if we continue to run the ball, Jam Miller has showed all season that he has the burst and the ability to run the ball in the game and run our running backs. Justice Haynes getting less carries. I think he should get a little bit more. But I think if we continue to run the ball, I think we got a real big chance to be successful in the college football playoff.
100%, man, 100%. Well, Jeff, I appreciate you calling in, man, being your first time caller, man. And because it's your first time, listen, man, you just been entered in for our Cashapp giveaway this Friday on our Friday morning live. You just been entered in. All you got to do is show up and check in. We got, I don't know if you familiar with emojis, but there's a blood type emoji. When you show up, man, type that A blood type emoji. That's how I'm gonna know you're in for the drawings. And I got my mods. They're gonna remember. Y'all remember Jeff? And you call from Chicago, right?
That's correct.
Okay, Jeff from Chicago entered in for the Cashapp giveaway this Friday, chat. First time callers, y'all, listen, we're in the giving season. I told y'all this network is going to do things to continue to promote our family network style. And this is one of the ways people love money. We got $20 extra this month. So guess what? Coach Smook Network is going to give somebody some Cashapp money this week. Jeff, thank you for supporting, man. And roll tide, my guy.
Roll tide.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, we got a new caller in. I told y'all the channel is growing, y'all. I told y'all the channel is growing. Found us on YouTube. Hey, keep sharing. As a matter of fact, we got about 30 minutes left on the show. Let's take a share. Let's take a community share break. Let's take a break right now in the midst of the content and share the stream, y'all. Share the stream right now on any major platform. That's Facebook. That's Twitter. That's Snapchat. Take the link and share it. Let everybody know what you're enjoying right here, discussing your Alabama Crimson Tide and our victory over Auburn. Phone line is open again, 334-625-1121. And I looked at the time and we have way more than 8 minutes left. Phone line is open. We got another call on the line, 334. Let's see who it is.
Call from
Albert Collins Jr.
to
Okay.
accept, press.
Yo, what's up, man? Let me stop. Let me turn the music down for a second. Y'all, this is my brother, man. Albert, you in the game. Talk to me, bro. How you feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great, man. I'm feeling great just up in here. Listening to the show, man. First of all, congrats on all the success. And, man, great intel and knowledge of the game, man. But make it quick. You asked some questions about playoffs. Well, the players, but they play very well. However, I think it was more of like a mental challenge for the coaching staff. And when they actually continue to adjust to the game, I think if they continue to do this, man, we'll make a long run in the playoffs. It's just all about their mental toughness for the coaching staff because the players have the ability. We've seen that this weekend. But the coaching staff got to continue that same momentum and that mental toughness to continue for us to go for a national championship. That's just my outtake.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, man. And I think what we're going to see, man, going forward, this staff is this season, they've gotten a good gauge on how to maneuver throughout the SEC schedule as far as personnel, the type of issues you want to pay attention to. You know, it's just a different mode and setting of where you have to approach the game now at the University of Alabama. And we as a fan base got to get used to it. The players are responding better to it. right?
Yeah.
The players are responding better to it. I think they responded very well this week after a tough loss against Oklahoma last week. I think our players responded well, especially with the intensity factor. So,
yes.
Great thoughts on that, man. But what else, man? What else you got for me?
Yo, man. But other than that, man, that was my, that was pretty much my outlook of everything from listening to the show and how you analyze the show and how you break down everything, man. Great intel, man. Great intel. And I just hope and pray that God bless you and keep you on the successful path that you're on. And hey, bro, you got the support. You already know that, man.
For sure, bro. For sure. Hey, before you go, I got a defensive grade from my boy Zach on the last call, the first call. I forgot to get one from Jeff. Give me a coaching grade for this game. I know you're not as well versed as in Bama football history. I know you pretty new to being a Bama fan, but
yes.
Looking at Kalen DeBoer, you came in during Coach Saban. He got everybody that pick up that Bama flag. He got you confident. Looking at Kalen DeBoer, 9-3 in the regular season, first year at Alabama. What's your grade for him? And then your confidence level going forward and how this program is going to ascend or decline under him.
Well, the confidence level for the Iron Bowl, winning the Iron Bowl, I think that gave him a major boost. I give him like a A, because that's a confidence boost right there. And the other question, I think an A plus, because how they spread the ball. You spread the ball, you got everybody involved. Teamwork makes the dream work. And so when they did that, it's kind of like, gave a different dimension of the game. Because if I believe they would have done that all season, we would have a secure spot in the playoffs. So if they continue to do that, we will be successful, man. That's just my outlook on it.
100%, man. And I think people that and I'm not just saying it to you, but even me, I said it, if we would have been doing this all season, well, you got to really give players an opportunity to set who they are. This is a staff. They came in, they didn't get weeks and months to really look at players' films. They just go off of what they're able to evaluate at practice. You can't spend so much downtime putting all your energy and effort in trying to evaluate each and every intricate part. You got to sometimes you just let players, you put them on the field, you give them a task, and you let them do what they're able to do. You train them up to the best of your ability, and when the lights come on, they got to execute. This staff is now finding players that will execute both sides of the ball, and it looks like it's a totally different team. You got some young guys that's going to get some opportunities in this playoff run. We're going to see a lot of guys get quality rotational reps. And it's going to set them up for the future. Coach Kalen DeBoer is setting this organization up, this program up for a solid transition post Coach Saban. That 9-3 speaks for itself.
Yeah. And what he's doing is he has to learn, as a coach, you have to learn how to tap into your attributes of your players. Everybody is different. And so I think what the staff is doing now, they're starting to learn how to use the players in certain situations. And if you continue to do that, man, we'll be successful, because you never know nothing until you try it. You know, and that's what the mindset he had to, as a coach, I think that's the mindset he finally realized. I understand that you come from Washington, I got it, but just the SEC. Some things just not going to work in the SEC. This is the toughest conference in college, in all sports, all around.
Is it? You know what? I'm a diehard. I'm a diehard Alabama fan. I love the SEC, but for the past 3 years, I have seen a consistency, and that's when I start speaking on stuff. When you start seeing consistencies show up, the top half of the SEC has gone out of conference, and right now, the top half of the SEC, meaning anytime you got an SEC team ranked in the top 25. Top 25 is usually 4 or 5 teams in the SEC ranked in the top 25 to end the season. You go look at last season, losing record in the bowl season, right? Losing record in the neutral site games to start the season off. Same thing this year. 2 years ago, the SEC got swept. The only teams to win for the SEC in bowl games was Alabama and Georgia. No, it wasn't even Georgia. Georgia lost their bowl game. So we got to look. The SEC to me, and you could say it's bowl games, but if we're recruiting at such a high level and we're supposed to have 3-4 strings of 5 stars and all this, Why do we go and the same thing that's happening to these other teams in out of conference? They lose players to the draft, send out for the draft and all, but they're able to get other. SEC has the college football has spread out. I'm not going to say everybody's called up to the SEC. College football has spread out. I look at the Big 12. I look at teams like Colorado, Utah. I mean, a lot of teams over there that could come over here and on a bad day for Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee, Texas A&M, LSU, Colorado could come in and push us to 4 quarters. Kansas State will come in and push us to 4 quarters. Ohio State clicking. They could beat anybody in the SEC when they're clicking on both sides of the ball. Yeah. It's a lot of teams like that spread out around college football. That's why I say the SEC, we're not as now the amount of teams in the SEC, good teams in the SEC, it outweighs the rest of the country. But as far as overall, I think college football is starting to level out a lot more, and it's getting a lot closer than everybody thinks.
And the reason why I said SEC is one of the toughest conference, and we're the toughest conference in college football. The reason why I said it, from what you just said, you think about what you just said. Every team that comes over to the SEC, what they do, they perform to another level. That's why I said SEC is the toughest conference in college, because when you come to the SEC, every team that's not in our conference, when they come to play, they come with a different game set. And when they leave and goes back to the regular conference, they back to normal. But it's like the SEC elevates every team or even every player. That's why I say the SEC is the toughest conference. We bring so much dynamics and our tradition of winning.
Yeah,
we're a target every year in every sport. You even look at Bama football, basketball now. We coming up in this. We coming up in baseball. We coming up in everything. So now it's like a target. So when they see a team, it don't matter what team in SEC. When another team, like you said, Colorado, they see that, that's like a major goal. If we can beat them, we can feel like we can contend with anything.
Right.
We can beat any team.
Right.
So that's why I say the SEC is one of the toughest conferences in college football.
Okay. Well, this Thursday, I'm planning on having a panel up here, and it's going to be some representatives from different teams. Not all SEC. We're trying to get a good spread, maybe 4 or 5 different representatives from different conferences to talk about the college football landscape. And I think it's going to be a great conversation. I'm telling you.
Bro, that's a whole nother level. Like you said, man, I'm kind of new on it. Been new to this for about 2 years. I don't know if I'm ready to step up with those big dogs.
That's what's up, man. But Albert, I appreciate you for calling here on the Coach Smook Morning Show, bro. You know what time it is.
No problem, man.
And for everybody that's trying to figure out why it's such a natural, he's watched me, man. For everybody that be trying to front on me, ask me if I'm a coach. Albert, am I a coach, bro?
Man, all I can say is this. The first year we coached together, man, it was so intense. We was just like, man, it was times where when he gets excited, I'm trying to stay cool, but when I get excited, he just try to keep me cool. There's times where in the basketball, we was coaching basketball, my son. There's times that we almost both got texts. So it's like, it was like so much intensity in the game, man. And
I just want people to know, like, I don't have the name Coach Smook just because it sounds good. Like, I love sports.
He loves the game.
I love sports. I've coached at high school. I've coached on semi-pro level. Coached other adults at the age of 23 when I was recovering from my ACL injury. Like, really coach, travel, game plan, watch film, had players, grown men coming to my house in Texas, watching film Thursday night, Friday night. Like, I've coached, and for people to continue to come on this channel, act like we don't talk football, like we don't talk about the X's and O's that happen on this background behind me, y'all tripping.
He does.
But
he's a student of the game, for real.
Yes,
he's a student of the game, and for those who come on that trolling and say what you want to say, he's a student of the game, because at the end of the day, if you put him give him an opportunity. It could be a Division I school. He can be offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. He will break down the game. You give him a week.
Hey, don't tell him.
You give him a week. You give him a week, and he will make sure that your offense runs efficiently. Defense, he's an opportunity. And when he sees an opportunity, he takes it by the horns and he runs with it. So for those who be trolling, be careful what you ask for, because you keep poking the bear. you're going to get what you're asking for. And I'm going to leave it at that. So, man, hey, congrats, like I said, on the success. I ain't going to try to start nothing. Let me get off.
Facts.
But, hey, bro, love you, man. And thank you for so much knowledge, bro. And you keep striving, keep doing great things, man. You're going to be at that next level. Believe that, bro.
All right. Roll Tide, my boy.
Roll Tide, man.
Yep. Lagonza Hayward, somebody that was on Alabama's freaking radar during the spring, just decommitted, and I got a text message from him. 4-star DB just committed from Tennessee. I just got a text from him. What's going on? What's going on? People jumping ship, and there's people coming on the ship. What's going on in recruiting? Everybody said Bama was burning, but we lose one, we gain two. We lose a 4-star, we gain a 5-star. Lose a 5-star, gain a 5-star. Like, people just gonna talk. And then I got this guy, Sam Goldberg, on Facebook. Shout out to Sam Goldberg on Facebook for being a quality hater. Took it upon himself not to even come on live and come in the comments and say what I got to say. But he had to request a message to talk, meaning you're not important. He said, "You're not a Bama grad. Have you even coached at the collegiate level?" What that got to do with anything? So Sam Goldberg, for that, you're getting my donkey of the day. And then who is that? A Wake Forest? Bro, out of here. Anyway, I like energy like that. I be wanting to find some people. But y'all, that's it for the phone call segment. Thank y'all for tuning in to the show today. We got a couple of closing announcements. This Saturday, SEC Championship game, myself and a few people from the community, we plan on being in Atlanta, man, having a good time. We're going to be downtown. Get ready to enjoy some of the festivities for the get ready to enjoy some of the where's the 5-star wide receiver from Texas Tech headed? Any idea? I don't know. I'm gonna go check out my messages. I'm getting a lot of activity on my phone now. That's why I'm kind of rushing out here. But anyways, we got tonight we might have a lot, but tomorrow for sure we're gonna have our morning show. We're gonna do our Tuesday morning show, kind of breaking down my thoughts and everything around the rankings. It'll be a short show tomorrow because tomorrow evening it won't be live, but we're going to do some recording, some content, some pre-recorded stuff. Listen, if y'all still going over watching KB and listening to like the stuff he inciting, y'all looking for pure entertainment, because that's what it is at this point. That's what it is, man. That's what it is at this point. Him, the other boys, is pure entertainment at this point. Because they only have these crazy outcries after they get proven wrong. And they got their people that follow them. It's cool, man. We're going to keep preaching the gospel, the real gospel. We're going to keep preaching the gospel here. Let me get into our comment section. Let's get into our game time comment section while we closing out. I had to start some comments. Jamarcus Reynolds says, an Alabama fan just told me if we get into the playoff and have to go up north to play, yeah, that's a fair weather fan alert. We saw that one. Robert Mahan says Milroe has become an attention whore. Yeah, I know I don't bite my tongue. I agree. I mean, the play on the field has to show. Somebody said in the chat earlier, your Heisman stock took a hit early in the season, and you started playing to try to get it back. Started trying to play to get it back, and that ain't winning football. Did Latrell have a major injury? Oh, Latrell Wright. So yes, I think he actually had a high. I think he broke his ankle. I think his ankle is broken. I don't think it was a high ankle sprain. Somebody fact check me on that. Latrell Wright, so Alabama shooting guard. What's his injury? Perkins from LSU just hit the portal. I ain't see that one. Am I missing something? Somebody tag me in on Twitter. Send me the link. Lane Kiffin out here crying for a playoff spot. Yeah, they're not getting in. They're not getting in. Jason Braxton came through and said, I see us getting the college football playoff, but we're at least a year from winning it all. Yeah, I remember that. I said the same thing too, man. I would not be disappointed if we made it to the national championship and lost. Well, we missed it by one game. You know, we make it to the second round, third round. Is it second round? Yeah, second round. Make it to the second round and miss it. You know, I don't think that's too That's not a bad season. We in. I think we make a solid push. First round, I don't care who sees us first round. We getting that one. I don't care if we got to go to Notre Dame. We getting that one. I don't care. I don't care where we got to go. We getting that one. Man, Smook, I turn off KB. Oh, yeah, I just commented that. All right, y'all. So that's the show. And somebody tag Matt Moscano and tell him Coach Smook said LSU is up in flames. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. Oh, man, I hate that we lost a member of the family that way we could talk about that. But we'll find who want to talk about Matt Moscano on the show with me later on this week. We'll talk about it. But y'all, appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm your boy, Coach Smook. Don't forget to check out our merch lineup, man. We got the merch white letter lineup. We're going to be changing it up at the end of December. So coming to the new year, we got the red letter lineup. We got the white letter lineup. For the start of the season, we got new colorway coming out. I'm not going to tell y'all what colorways it is. We got a new design logo. Got a new logo design that we should be pushing out here next week. New logo design. Is it next week or is it the week after? I think we said the week after. But we got some new logos and merch ideas that's going to be popping up. So y'all make sure y'all go and support, man. We had a merch sighting. I don't know if y'all seen it in the chat, but that black and white sweatshirt, that motherfucker. My boy Dwight got one, and it looks good, y'all. It actually looks good. I can't wait till my stuff gets here. I hope they didn't send it to the wrong address, because I think it's been more than 14 days. But that's how you know God really working for you when you ain't worried about stuff like that. But let me find that picture, y'all. Dwight posted his pic from his merch he got on, man. Merch spotted in the AAA community. And if y'all got merch, if you bought merch, take pictures and post them in the chat so we can do our merch spottings. Trying to find it now. All these gifts, man. Y'all is a trip. I woke up this morning, Saturday morning, and I put my little comment in there, but then I started seeing all y'all gifts and stuff, man. That was funny. There go that boy Dwight, man. Check him out, man. There go that boy Dwight. Check him out, man. In the Coach Smook merch. Y'all see it, man. Let me get this banner out the way. That mother look good. That's my handsome brother, man. My handsome brother. That's my dog right there, man. He put in work for the AAA community. Shout out to Dwight. Single ladies, go holler at my brother. Dwight, I'm sorry, my bad. I didn't want to put you out there like that, bro. I didn't want to put you out there like that. I thought you was cool, bro. I thought you was cool with it. I thought you was trying to see what the ladies trying to do. I thought you was trying to see what they time out. I thought you was trying to Dwight, I thought you was trying to see what they time out, dog. Oh, man, that's my brother, man. I'm gonna keep picking. But y'all, make sure y'all go check out that white letter lineup, man. Get your merch. Get your merch. Go check it out. But that's it for the show today. I thank y'all for tuning in and supporting again. I'm your boy, Coach Smook. Don't forget, shout out to our sponsors, Diamond Sports Group, everybody, Man of Standard Executive Security, and all of the high schools that support our network and allow us to drive content for all of the athletes. We are going to be crossing the water into Georgia, doing some basketball coverage. We also got Carver High School. They going to, I think they got the semis this Saturday, high school playoffs. So got some players that, one of my nephews at the church, he plays at Carver. So, a chance to go to state. Carver hasn't been getting a lot of support from the local, the city Carver used to be a powerhouse in Columbus. They had greats play for them like Isaiah Correll, Jarvis Jones, Jamon Fortson. During my time, it was a couple more ahead of me. So yeah. Shout out to them. So shout out to everybody that support the network. Yeah, I'm over here getting hungry. I'm starting to hit a wall, so I'm about to get off of here, go get some food. And then I'll see y'all throughout the day. Don't forget, check out the channel. Share the content. Continue to like, share, and subscribe to the content on the channel, man. Subscribe to the content on the channel. That's the only way we're going to keep growing. We're at 2,350 plus subscribers on YouTube. We're at a total of 10K between all platforms, so that's a blessing. We're trying to get to our 3K goal before the end of the year. We got a short time before the end of the month, about 29 days to try to hit 3K. We don't hit it, well, but let's keep pushing. Keep sharing the content. Tell everybody to subscribe to the channel when they come. Don't just tell them to watch, but subscribe to the YouTube channel so we can hit that 3K goal. Thank you for the 50. I think we have 54 likes on the stream. We got 53 likes. 53 likes on the stream. Thank everybody for dropping in and like it on the YouTube side. We have how many closing the stream out on Twitter? We got 55 on Twitter, and we had 8 reactions on Facebook. For everybody that tuned in today, thank y'all for supporting. Again, I'm Coach Smook on the Coach Smook Network. And don't forget, when you see me out, just holler at me and say, put me in the game, coach. I'll catch you on the next one. Roll Tide, AAA, SOS. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day, man. Welcome. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining the AAA family. By doing so, you have committed to supporting this channel monetarily, and for that, I could not thank you enough. I'm glad that you saw fit to contribute to the growth of this network, and because of that, you have access to all the behind-the-scenes content that we're going to be placing on this channel. Backstage access to all the vlogs, VODs. We got all types of content. You will have early access to it. Also, any event that you see come out with outside with Coach Smook or anything sponsored or partnered with Coach Smook, it will be preferred. And we will all make sure that we're all taken care of. This community is going to continue to grow. Don't miss out on any opportunities to network. We have other content creators. We have business owners. We got entrepreneurs. This is Coach Smook Network because we believe in networking. We want to uplift the community. So thank you for contributing to helping that mission, seeing that goal. And that's really what we're here for, right? We're here to uplift and continue to grow. So thank you for all your contributions and welcome to the family. AAA, SOS.
Share, subscribe. You know we keep it live. You know we. AVS, ice it out.